Hey guys, PNW Redneck here, and we're going to do a review on the Henry 17 HMR. I don't remember the particular H004 or something like that. Whatever the model is, but it's the 17 HMR Golden Boy. I bought this rifle about 5 years ago, somewhere right before COVID. I picked it up at a local gun store, and I don't remember what I paid for it, but it was a little bit higher than what you can find them for online. But I didn't really know what I was getting into with the rifle that much. I was somewhat familiar with the name Henry. I'd never shot one before, never handled one. Don't know anybody that owns one, but they have a good reputation online, at least the 22s, and I think the centerfires kind of have a mixed reputation, but mostly on the better side. When I saw the 17 HMR, and I never owned a lever action and never owned a 17 HMR, and I thought it sounded like a fun rifle, so picked it up, brought it home, came out to the range, and first, tube of ammunition I went through, I had issues. The action jammed up, and I had read a little bit about lever actions, and I thought I probably just short stroked it, so I was trying to be real careful with how I stroked the rifle, and I was still having issues. And at the same time, I was also trying to shoot at cardboard. It was probably 25 yards away or so, just offhand to try to see where it was hitting. And I inspected the target, and some of the bullets were tumbling. So I sent the rifle back to Henry. They put a new barrel on it and brought it back out to the range. I think the first 40 or 50 rounds went really well, no issues, and then it started having similar issues. I paid a lot more attention this time, and I realized what was happening was that the 17 HMR rounds in that tubular magazine, there wasn't enough neck tension on the Winchester ammo I was using, and the bullet was actually getting pushed back into the case, and powder was getting all in the chamber of the rifle and in the action of the rifle. So I cleaned out the rifle. I think I went back out to the range, tried the ammo again, thought maybe it was just a fluke. Shortly therein had more issues, exactly the same. So I cleaned it all out again. Then I tried CCI ammo, the A17. I think the Winchester load was a 20 grain hollow point that I was using, but then I tried the A17 and the issues seemed to go away, but then about 50 rounds in, once again I had issues. So the rifle just kind of sat in the safe for about 3 years, and recently I pulled it out, cleaned it out, tried shooting Hornady ammo. My father-in-law has a 17 HMR bolt action rifle, and he has some Hornady 17 grain VMAX. So I tried that out. I shot maybe about 80 rounds of it through the range, or through the gun at the range the other day, and it was fine. Well, then I brought it back out, same ammo, and had issues again. So I cleaned out the rifle one last time. We're gonna put 90 rounds of Hornady 17 HMR through the rifle, and if it has issues, I'll kind of show you guys what's going on, and I'm probably ready to be done with the rifle at that point. So we'll see. I want to like the rifle. When the rifle works, I love it. It's fun to shoot offhand at steel. We have targets here at 25 yards, 50, 75, 100, and even targets all the way out there at 200 yards. And it's a fun rifle to shoot offhand. I've since fired some other lever actions, a 45-70 and a 30-30. And this feels and handles just like a 30-30, but it's only a 17. So that's a lot of fun for plinking, but if it doesn't work, what's the point in owning it? So anyways, the rifle is loaded. It holds 12 plus 1. Right now it only has 12 in the tube. So I'm going to put my eyes and ears on, and then we're going to shoot some shots, see how it goes. And I'm on a private range, safe to point a firearm in any direction. The only thing out here is my dog, so if I do have an issue, I'll come in and give the camera a close-up look at what's going on inside the action. So, be right back. Alrighty, well, here goes nothing. Oh. Oh, just as I thought things were about to go really well, I think we have an issue. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this round was trying to go into the chamber, I believe. I believe this is not a fired casing. This is actually a loaded round, and the bullet has been pushed back into the case. Not a real good lighting for this, but anyway, let's see. Take you up close and show you what's going on here. So here's the round. No firing on the, no dent on the rim. And you can see that bullet still in the case. See if we can shake it out. See all that powder, and then obviously no indentation on the primer. A little bit on the mouth of the case there. So sometimes either going out inside that chamber where the rounds are misaligning and getting pushed back in when I try to close the bolt, or it's happening inside the tube. I'm not really sure. But what a shame. What a shame. You guys see that powder inside the action there? But yeah, let's see if it's still, yeah, the bolt won't even close, I don't think. It doesn't feel right. It feels like something's not fully locking in. Let's see if there's still rounds in the tube. No, that was the very last round of the 12. I'll have to go back and count that in the video, but disappointing from Henry. I don't know if it's just an issue with the 17 HMR, but yeah, I'm pretty displeased, unfortunately. Beautiful rifle, but just not a fun gun to take out to the range. You know, cleaning it is not especially easy. You can kind of blow the action out and get it working again, but after a while, you will need to remove this cover plate. I did that last night. Completely stripped the gun, cleaned the barrel, cleaned the chamber. You know, I sprayed compressed air. I sprayed brake cleaner in all the crevices. I took a little brush, like a paintbrush, and got into all the fine crevices and got all that powder residue out. I was very intentional with how I was stroking the lever. Yeah, sorry guys. Just cannot recommend this rifle.